Hello, everybody, and welcome to From Over Baghdad. I'm Albie, the host of this show. Hello, you can see me. Hello! Joining me today, Jake. Hi, Jake.
That's me. Hello.
Hi. Also joining us, Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hi. My house is all festive. You can see my
Ooh.
Christmas tree. See? Well, unless you're listening, then you can't see shit, but whatever.
Wow.
You can hear
You
it.
can't see shit.
The,
I'm blind.
the holiday spirit is resounding off of your decorations.
It's coursing through my veins
yeah.
right now.
The microphone, it's white noise. The microphone can pick it up.
Also joining us, DJ. Hi, DJ.
Hi there. I am not as festive in my house as you can see. Not yet.
This. What are you doing? Come on now. What's your favorite Santa character? What's your favorite
character?
Yeah, like
Who's
is
Santa?
it
Who's
is
your
it
favorite character in the
Frosty
Santa
or-
universe?
Is it
I
Frosty?
like Santa 3000K, the
Okay.
future
Okay.
Santa. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
Where
Okay.
all his reindeer are robots.
Always been a fan of Heat Miser. I've always been a fan of the Heat Miser from the
That's
classic.
more like the extended universe or something.
The Santa
Sure.
Claus extended universe. Sure.
The Yeti. I always liked the Yeti. And what was his name from Rudolph? The man who was. He's the
I think they just
snowman.
call him the abominable snowman.
Yeah. But then there was the mountain climber man who was.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yes, Yukon. Yeah, right. I love it. Great. The best characters are the Santa Universe characters. Coming to a streaming service near you in 2019.
No, there's a Santa Universe character that is derided everywhere, and that is the elf on a shelf. He's the fucking worst.
Everybody hates the. Listen, we had an office staff meeting at my job, and people were talking about how much they hate the elf on the shelf, and I just didn't understand. I
Elf on
think
the
I
Shelf is the
missed
fucking
that.
worst, dude.
I don't.
What is it a
I don't know
stuffed
either.
toy?
It's an
I
elf.
know.
Yeah.
You put it on the shelf.
Well,
On
you-
the
Oh,
shelf.
does it sing?
No, you
just-
move it
No.
around.
Just
You
chills.
move it and
Like
pose it.
singing fish?
It's to make your children all paranoid that he's reporting back to Santa your every misdeed.
Ah.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
to
a
like
real-
control your children.
It's a real great thing to
it's
teach your kids.
It's great.
At night when the kids are asleep, you should like move the elf into different poses.
Yeah,
Like,
people do
So
that.
that's
Yep.
the well. I mean, that's
Thinking
kind of the
pose
point. But you move it around your house.
Different shelves.
Jesus. That's not haunting or whatever.
Nope.
No, it's great. I mean, it's a fun thing, but like I feel like that happened when I was coming out of high school or something, and I had not even a clue that was such a big thing until
Wait,
people
it's
were like,
that old?
"Yeah, it's been a while now." I think. I'm petting my cat. If you're wondering on stream what I'm doing, sorry.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you got some
um,
real artistic angles going there with your
Thank
camera.
you. I'm sitting like off to the side, like I have a mat, and it's a whole thing. Anyway, I'm buying a green
Sounds like
screen at some point.
innuendo.
Yes, I'm off to the side on a mat. Let me tell you. Yeah. So how's you guys' week been? I missed you last week.
Who
Everything
wants to go
good?
first?
I guess I will. I did a lot of Christmas stuff, obviously. Like, yeah, that back
Okay.
there. Yesterday I went out with Gary and we hung all the lights outside.
Mhm.
And then, like, about an hour later, we had a group of neighbors with a whole bunch of kids, like, ring our doorbell and sing Christmas carols. And
Wow.
yeah, I was totally freaked out. I didn't think, like, people actually did that anymore.
Right.
Are you living in It's a Wonderful Life town? Is that
That's
where you're
what it
at now?
sounds like. It was really, really weird. They were singing about figgy pudding and stuff. And I was like, what the fuck is even
You gotta
going
bring
on
it.
right
You gotta
now?
bring it.
Yeah, if you're caroling in 2018, the classics have to be hit. There is
That's
a
not
certain
what I
number.
was- Okay.
But yeah, it was weird, but I'm glad we got all that stuff done because it's been bothering me for a while because I like having the house all Christmassy and stuff. Got a wreath on the door, got those poinsettias out front, all that not in the house because I don't want the cats to eat them and then kill themselves from flower
Yeah,
poisoning.
that's not a good thing.
Yeah, so the only other thing I have to do now is actually buy presents for everyone. So
Oh, right, the actual
that's-
part of Christmas.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
the annoying part.
yeah. The worst part.
What's the hot gift this year? That's my question to you guys. It's like the
Elf on a
Hatchimals.
shelf.
elf on a shelf. Ah!
Yeah. Are there like iterations of Elf on a Shelf, like TY Elf on a Shelf? Like, is that
year
multicolored
one,
ones?
Elf on a
TY.
Shelf.
Yeah.
I
Is
have
there
no idea.
animatronics?
All I remember is when I worked at Target, like in 2005 or something. I think it was brand new, and they had the elf packaged with like a little storybook you would read the kid that had like the backstory. And that's all that I know. I don't know. They're probably packaged with some CG animated DVD now or some shit.
Yeah, someone should 2018 that Elf on a Shelf and like make it move, or like
Uh.
if it sees some like movement inside the window, it just like tilts its head or something.
No!
And follows someone walking around.
That would
No!
be scary as
Elf on a
hell.
Shelf. I can see
Yeah.
Elf on a Shelf, Nightmare Edition.
Exactly. Yeah.
Make it like those security doorbells that people are all hyped up about now, where it records video and then it texts it to you, like on your
Yeah.
phone or something. Yeah.
I'm actually considering
Just
buying
like-
one of those doorbells. My front door faces
They're
an
not
alley,
bad.
so
So what
That's
you're
not-
saying is you want a horror movie based on Elf on the Shelf. That's what you want. You want the
Yeah.
people that made Krampus to make a horror movie based on Elf.
yeah.
Okay, great.
It's
Okay.
2018. Like, kids are not scared of like stuffed toys nowadays. You gotta. They've played Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever. You gotta like put some jaggy teeth on that thing now.
Yeah, Chucky isn't really the same thing it was. Nobody cares about Chucky anymore. You
They're
gotta get
making a new one.
What?
There's a
No,
new
they're
one.
not.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
There's
Of
a
course
new
they
one.
are.
Is it a good way of making a new one, and it's like the same as the old Chucky, or have they like 2018'd it?
They definitely 2018'd it. They released like production art of his box design, and it talks about how it connects to Wi-Fi, and his
Great.
character
Okay.
design is all different and
Course.
stuff. So yeah.
Is the ending of that movie he's uploaded his consciousness onto a computer or something like that? That's gotta be the end of that movie, right?
Chucky 2000,
Yep, the Chucky 2000.
Chucky 2K.
Yeah.
Fucking Terminator, isn't it? God damn. Okay,
Not to be confused with Stewie 2K.
of course. That classic character, Stewie 2K. I don't know what that is. Not even a clue.
It's a Counter-Strike joke.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm glad you're having such a nice Christmas so far, Merrick.
It's okay so far. Whatever. I got all the well, not all of it. I got a lot of the work done, so I'm glad about that. And it looks nice.
Okay, hey. Are you gonna flock your tree? We're gonna flock our tree this year.
Hell no. That's
What's flocking?
You ever
it's
flock a
like-
tree? Huh?
chemical
flocking.
snow, kind of. You spray it
Yep.
out of like a spray paint type can.
No,
and
I mean you can get it in powdered form too, and we got is a bag.
Is this why your
Oh,
cat
I
has
didn't know
ears?
that.
Is that you put some stuff on the tree and the cat ate it and then its ears fell off?
No, no, maybe no. No, I don't know. I wanted to do something a little different this year, and flocking is like where you take a bunch of like it's a powder. It's almost like a paper mache kind of stuff, and then you get it in like a really thin powdered form with a little bit of water, and it'll stick to the tree and make it look like it has snow on it. You can look on. It's a lot of great pictures of it. Some people go really hard on it, and it becomes like really thick looking snow. But we're only going to do like a light flocking, if you will.
a
Just a little
dusting.
flock. Just a dusting. of
tasteful,
flock.
a tasteful flocking.
A tasteful flock. Yes, it's gonna be, very artistic. That's
Sure.
what we're going for. I don't know. It's like a fun arts thing you can do with your tree if you want to do that. People are doing like black trees now and red trees. Like the tree life is complicating now. Christmas trees are not what they were.
When
Tree
tree is
life.
life.
Yep, tree life. I speak
Uh,
for the trees.
Another query. You're saying you're doing the flocking this year. Do you have to do it yearly? Are you like washing your tree as you pack it away?
No, we don't. We get fresh, son.
Do you go
We
cut?
get a-
do you
wow,
go cut one down?
Yeah, we
Hell
gotta
yeah,
cut
dude!
it. Yeah,
Old school.
yeah,
Nice.
dog. I don't know what. I mean, we've only done it on our property one time where we
I was
went
gonna
actually
say.
out into the woods and found a tree because that's hard because a lot of pine trees in our area are very large. But yeah, we usually go and buy a cut down one, so that happens a lot too. I was really considering getting an artificial though, but I have no idea anything about artificial Christmas trees, so I'm gonna hold off a year on that
There's
one.
not a
Wait
whole lot to
until after
know.
this
That's
Christmas.
why they're fake.
Mm.
Also, they're worse for the environment than like buying a real tree. If you
Oh
look
yeah,
it
I
up,
fig-
Go to
yeah.
go to your local Forest Service office and get a tag and go out to the forest and cut one down.
But when you get like when you spending $50 on a live tree each year, that stacks up, you know. So it's something we've considered. I think we'll look at that. Well, you'll hear more about that January when it's time to maybe look at hot deals on artificial Christmas.
I liked the idea in my head that Thouden just like drives around in a giant truck with his dad at like 1 a.m. at night and just drives into the forest to try and find a tree that's not theirs to like cut down and steal.
That's what I'm
Dead
saying.
of-
You gotta
Oh,
go
you
get,
can.
you gotta
you
go
can.
you gotta go get a permit and then you go out to the national forest and cut one
Who
down.
needs a permit?
Listen,
People who don't
that's
want to
poaching.
get in trouble.
tree is that tree poaching?
What's,
That'd
what's
be a good-
tree theft?
Oh
What's
yeah,
the
no, you can get in
terminology?
a lot of trouble for
Oh
that.
yeah, I mean you can. I mean if they catch you poaching a tree,
I'm just gonna go out to public land and go cut a tree down. It's not how it works.
There's a man in the background of my shot right now working on fixing a tree. Anyway, so yeah, gonna flock a tree this year. I haven't got my nutcracker yet. I posted a picture on Twitter. I bought a Wiggler ornament. I'll go find
what?
that Wiggler ornament. It's an ornament of the Wiggler from Mario.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Wiggler. A Wiggler ornament, you know. A Wiggler ornament. So that's been my Christmas experience this year. Yeah. Christmas
Flocka
trees.
flocka tree.
Flocka flocka. Flocka flocka. Yeah. I was in Pittsburgh last week, guys.
Yeah,
Did you know
I
that?
wanna hear.
Yeah,
Yes,
you flew on a little
I did.
tiny ass plane to get there.
I flew in a Cessna, little Cessna thing, with Southern Express Airways, makers of such fine goods as that airplane I flew in, and almost died. I mean, flight out was probably one of the worst flights I've ever been on in my entire. I mean, I've flown 3 times, but not
Okay,
like
so
a
you haven't
fleet
flown
flight.
a whole lot.
Ton, but I've flown several times, and that was a very low one. We got caught in a headwind, and we were
That's never
bouncing pretty good. We were bouncing
Yeah.
like a cowboy. Let me tell you about the people's stuff flying in the air. We were bopping around. It was quite the ride, in that little like 7-seat airplane.
Oh God, yeah, the small planes shake the
Yep.
most too. So
It
that
was
sounds
it was
scary.
shaking. I'll tell you that much. The flight back though was good. We used the same airway to get back, and that was much better, much better.
How long was your
Uh,
flight? Like 20 minutes?
So the flight is supposed to be about an hour and like some change, right? It's about, depending on different conditions and stuff like that, it's an hour and something. The flight out was 3 hours in the headwind. 3 hours on this plane. I left at 5. I got there at like 7:30. It was-
That's 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
was gonna
cross a time zone or something?
well, from Scranton to Pittsburgh. It's the worst flight I've ever been in my life. It was so, especially because I was sort of panicked because I haven't flown in several years, and also I haven't flown in a very small plane. I've always flown in 747s, which are bigger things. So the experience of like feeling you're almost going to die and then it's just continued. It was so long, too. It was so long. Such a long flight. Anyway, that was my trip out to Pittsburgh, flight wise. It was for training for work, so it's not like I went on a bunch of fun adventures. I saw a man get mugged. Is that something that
What?
Jesus.
coming down the street? Well, not mugged. I don't want to say somebody beat him up. But so like got a man got
Robbery.
thieved from. Yeah, like he was
So,
just walking with his phone out, looking like every millennial does, walk with their phone right in front of them, talking, texting, whatever. Lady saw him walk by her and she was in like a cove of a building, and she ran out and grabbed that phone right out of his hands and ran away. He had to pursue. It was quite the thing. He had to run after her. It was a real moment, I tell you.
Did you see the end result?
No, dog, I was out. I was like, I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go also. As a country boy, I then got gripping my phone real good after that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. In a big city, I was not. I don't know what the word is. The most relaxed individual in the world. So that's what sort of happened with me. In regard to that, there was a lot of cool stuff. I ate Korean for the first time. I had Korean fried chicken, some rice, tempura fried stuff, and Thai tea. So that's what I had. Go ahead.
Sounds good.
I was gonna say that's like not the most original Korean stuff, but sure. Korean
coulda-
fried chicken.
Genuine
coulda-
Korean cuisine.
Yeah.
Genuine. I mean, it had a tempura thing and like a wasabi
You
paste.
sure
and
you
stuff.
didn't just walk into KFC and it had some Asian lettering?
Yeah,
on the
maybe.
pizza? You're like, this must
Never-
be Korean fried chicken.
I could have gotten, what is it called? The beef below
Bulgogi.
I could have gotten that, but
The bulgogi.
I asked for advice and people said, so I got the fucking chicken, y'all. So don't blame me. Blame the people I take advice from.
I told you to get a kimchi pancake. Don't blame me. Those
Ooh,
things
They
are good.
didn't have it. Listen, I wanted a kimchi pancake. They had no kimchi pancakes.
The seafood pancakes are good too, but I didn't know how high level you were.
I got tempura fried sweet potatoes though, like you recommended, and I really liked those a
You're
lot.
good.
That sounds good.
I think what did I get? I got a mushroom and tempura. I got some yellow squash stuff, and then maybe a regular potato too. I don't remember. But it was good. Tried a bunch of different fancy places. I was at a bunch of fancy restaurants with fancy glasses and fancy stuff happening. The classes themselves were kind of boring, so I don't want to really go into them, but they were fine. But they were work related. So
Do anything else over the night time? Because I assume you weren't doing classes at night time. Did you do anything at the night?
I went to a used video game store walked around a little bit. Didn't really buy anything. It wasn't a lot. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick me up a copy of something. But that was neat to walk into kind of a big, larger scale video game place. I did some shopping. There was a Christmas market nearby that had a heavy metal band play. It was like Krampus Eve or whatever. They were doing like a
Perfect.
thing. They had like people dressed looking like demon guys walking around for that. That was sort of neat, but yeah, not like a ton of stuff going on. It was more like a work thing too. So, yeah, that was kind of my week. I played a lot of Alto's Adventure.
What?
Odyssey? Alto's Odyssey Adventure. Alto's Adventure. It's a mobile phone game. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's where you're a man
What
who
is a
skis
mobile
down a
phone?
hill. Well, you see, once upon a time, phones became mobile, and that's what happened.
Oh shit.
Alto's Odyssey is you're skiing down a hill. It's kind of like kind of an endless runner kind of thing. It's a lot of fun. It's what I played on the plane when I was starting to feel real sick. Was oh man, we're gonna crash into the ground at some point. Let me boot up this game. So I did that a little bit. That's a fun game, fun little thing that I was playing up in a bit of over the period of time during the week. Also played some more Pokemon Adventure, the one on the Switch that's like a mobile game too.
Oh, the one with all the cube
Go?
Pokemon,
Oh,
the
the
one that looked like
cubey one.
Minecraft. Yeah, Pokemon
Yes.
Quest. I
Is
think.
that actually?
Pokemon Quest.
Yeah.
It's
What is
the,
that
you know,
like?
it's not. It's not like one game where I'll pour like a few hours into. It's like a few minute thing. Kind of do a bunch of stuff and then end on it. Real quick. For what it is, this free thing, I think it's a lot of fun to mess around with, and I think it's just sort of this Pokemon. It's sort of scratching that itch of wanting to play a Pokemon game without playing any of the newer Switch Pokemon game. It's a lot of fun. I think people need to give it another shot. It's not gonna wow you. It's not gonna be the game of the year or anything, but it does what it does well, and it's a fun sort of chibi art style that they do fun stuff with, and it's not a super serious game. So I enjoy it for just kind of those in between moments on my Switch.
So, you talking about Pokemon Eevee, Let's Go Eevee, or Quest?
No, Quest.
Quest.
Okay, yeah, because you're saying stuff like Switch and whatnot, so I'm unsure.
Yes.
It's on
It's a
phones and Switch. So.
Oh, okay. Are you actually catching Pokemon in that game?
No.
You're more attracting them with your cooking
Yes.
skills.
You cook up a
Okay.
nice big bat of stew, and the Pokemon go like, "Damn, that smells good. I'm gonna come over and hang out with this dude." And come over and hang
Oh
out with.
shit! This soup is the same color as I am. I need
Yeah.
to check this out.
Yo, dude, this dude's making some weird soup. Damn, it's purple. The fuck. That's pretty much the game.
Make them some Korean fried chicken.
Yep, they love Korean fried chicken so much, especially Pikachu. He just wants it so bad.
So like once they're there, is it like what's that Viva Pinata? Is it like Viva Pinata? They just hang out?
Yep, they just
Like
wander
in the
around and
zone?
stuff like that. It's sort of like Viva and Pinata. Your base camp, you can set up, you can kind of decorate it, and then the Pokemon will hang out and stand on each other's heads sometimes, and just
Perfect.
run
Take 'em on
around.
missions though
Mhm.
to get more stuff to power them up and level them up, and that part plays like the Pokemon Rumble games, which probably I was the only person that played.
Yep,
I
I
don't know.
didn't even know that there was a game that was like okay.
Yeah,
Pokemon
it's
Rumble.
totally like it. They just basically took the Pokemon Rumble games and made them look like Minecraft and put them on phones. So there you go.
I also played a bit of Mario X Rabbids during my time there, just kind of getting kind of readjusted to that game. I had stopped playing that at some point when I started Zelda, and I'm kind of jumping back into it now. A few months removed, so I'm trying to figure out how to be a good XCOM guy with Mario again. So that's been fun too. I really do enjoy Mario X Rabbids. It's a pretty fun little experience. I won't talk too much about it. I only played a little bit. So
No, I
And-
don't think I finished that game. Did you finish Mario Rabbids? No, you just like the Mario Rabbids, don't you, Mary?
Yeah, no, I'm not touching that
Boo.
shit.
Not a
No.
fan.
Boo.
Mario's not supposed to have a gun. Miyamoto said, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, it's more just I don't care about the rabbits and their
sure.
underwear humor.
Hey, funny. Yeah. So that's sort of I played a bit of Elder Scrolls Online before I left. I was trying to do that for a trash stream, but again, my computer is not doing very well for video games right now. So I only played a little bit of that, and Elder Scrolls Online seems fine, passable. It's not been like the best game I've played in the world. I don't even think it's the best MMO, but it seemed fine for what it was and sort of enjoyable in some way. But I don't have like one big thought yet. I'll play more once I get my new computer finally at some point. If eBay ever sends the fucking motherboard, that'd be great. It should be coming this week sometime though. So
I was
look
gonna
out for
say
that.
you still haven't got everything.
Yeah. Still haven't gotten everything. I can't really say why, but everything's been, I don't know, eBay stuff has been really slow. Like it took until last week for me to get my my CPU from eBay. And I ordered my motherboard a little later than I ordered my rest of my stuff. So it should be here soon. This week sometime. And then we will build together and it'll be great. I'm excited for that. Yeah. That's been kind of my week, folks. Yeah. You guys, what you do, DJ, sir?
You can probably tell that you caught me off guard. I have done not too much. There is some weird stuff on your stomach there. I don't know
It's
if you
just
know
just
this.
an infection. Don't worry about it. It's just a little
It's a growth.
it's just a
Yeah.
growth. It's fine.
It's what Korean fried chicken will do to you.
Yep.
I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man. I finally finished the campaign. But like 100%ing it is a pain in the ass now. Because it's the whole doing the crimes. In this game there's crimes that eventually pop up every so often, and you have to wait for them to pop up. There's no way to like increase the likelihood that crimes occur, which becomes a pain in the ass because there's a faction of people that have crimes. There's demon crimes, there's thug crimes, there's prison crimes, there's uh like 5 different factions, and you have to do 5 types of crimes that they do. So you're looking at about 25 random instances in each district, and there's like 8 or 9 districts. So you just have to like swing around and wait for these things to actually occur. So it's taking like hours for me to actually do this, and I've done every single other thing.
It takes a fucking long time.
Yeah.
The thing I've been struggling with is actually one of the missions was, what's it called? Chinatown. It's a challenge mission. I fucking can't get that fucking thing to save my life. It's like kind of like I think there's 1 or 2 other things I have to do to get the platinum, but I have been fucking on that one mission for I don't know, a week now.
So for 100%, do you need to get those like every unlock done or everything? I assume it's just like, have you got the final suit? Because the last couple trophies I need is like district stuff and getting that final suit. And it's hidden as to how you get that final suit.
I mean, I know there's the secret photo ops I haven't done all the way. I was getting really close on that last week. Either. I know they have an upgrade in it for the thing. I don't know what takes platinum. I assumed you had to do everything, but maybe it not. Maybe I should just push through and end.
My assumption is it's just all the crimes.
I could see that too.
But we'll see.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's the last bit that I need to do. I've done every single other thing except like secret photo bullshit. So yeah, Spider-Man's good, but now it's just sort of like time wasting, and I have no intention of getting the DLC. So yeah, it's just sort of swinging around for 10 minutes at a time.
I don't even know what the DLC is. What's the DLC?
One is Black Cat, the other is like Hammerhead or something. As a guy with a wrinkly head.
Hammerhead, sure, okay.
Yeah,
that wrinkly head.
Street Sharks, you know, Mary Street Sharks. Everyone loves the Street Sharks TV show. It's the best show. Street Sharks.
I was more a biker mice from Mars kind of person.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you.
So yeah, Spider-Man. I'm playing a bunch of HOTS. I'm doing the whole routine of getting the characters right next to leveling up so that when the event occurs, there's a winter event coming up where there's like some toy outfits and stuff. Stitches is now a teddy bear, like a giant fluffy teddy bear, and that's quite cool. So
Stitches, okay. I thought you said, never mind. I thought you were playing. I thought you said League of Legends character that
Oh,
teddy bear Annie had, whatever that bear.
oh,
Not.
yeah, you're
Never
right,
mind.
Annie.
Is that also Stitch?
So
There you go.
I have no clue. Um, yeah, the teddy bear's name is Stitches there. Yeah, Huts is good. Huts is fun. I don't know if I told you guys, but they've done this new thing where I think it was from BlizzCon, and I just never got around to saying it. But they've added like a booster thing, where you can buy a boost, which is like similar to the Stim Pack, but it does a lot more XP generation per match. So that's useful.
Mhm.
It's also expensive as balls. It's like £50 or
Wow.
more for a
Fuck
year's
that.
worth of Stim Pack, which
Oh, a
is
year.
still like £50 is a
That's a
lot.
lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, I think it was like 30% off during Black Friday or whatever. So maybe during Christmas it might go down again, and I might try and get that, but who knows? They're also doing this thing where if certain characters are required in their queuing system, which whenever I've been on it, it's like 99% times support heroes. They give you like, hey, we'll toss you like 10% bonus XP if you play with this character or queue up with this character. So like that happens a lot as well to try and like make their queue time quicker,
Mhm.
run quicker to like force people to use the supports and whatnot, because it clearly people are all assassins or they're like tanks. That being said, I've been using that system by trying to get more XP because I'm a cheap boy. And like the queue time using those characters is longer than when I'm queuing as an assassin. I'm finding games quicker as like an assassin hero. So like
Really? That
it's
seems.
dumb. Yeah, you would think the heroes that are heavily
Yeah.
required for a queue would be able to find a match easier than ones that aren't, but who knows?
Yeah. I mean, any other thing is always like the tank and the healer, right? You get low Q time.
Yeah.
That seems bizarre. It seems like I don't know what the hell they're doing with that. Okay.
Yeah, so that's that. But HOTS is fun. I will
Mhm.
continue to play that game a lot. Um
Cool.
I didn't play it, but I bought the game because I watched it on YouTube, a game called Florence.
I also bought
Florence.
Florence on my phone.
Oh,
I haven't
nice.
got
Did
around to it.
you play the game?
Not yet, but pitch me on why I should play it immediately after this podcast.
It takes 30 minutes to complete.
Okay. There you go. All right. Cool.
It's it's the story is very generic and it's like nothing special story wise, but the format it shows the story and like the unique interactions and how you progress through the story is really cool. And I think that's what makes the
Mhm.
game more than said story. Story's kind of like trash and rote, in all honesty. It's like
Okay.
it really is nothing special. It's like any other relationship thing, but whatever. Um, they do some really, really unique, cool stuff in that game.
Okay. Hmm.
And that's why I suggest you probably play it more than just do what I did and watch a YouTube thing of a person playing.
Okay.
Actually, get engaged. And play it.
Yeah, don't steal games and engage, I guess. Who knows? And then the last game is I was trying to figure out a game to play on my PS4, which wasn't Persona 5 because my girlfriend's gonna start playing through that once Spider-Man's done, which I think I'm now taking out and whatnot. I can just get back to Spider-Man whenever I need to do those
Sure. Yeah.
crimes. So yeah, I started back on. Get ready, Jake, for the topic. Senran Kagura SD
Oh boy.
versus. Yeah.
You guys can do the topic thing too now.
Yippee.
um yeah, I'm back on it. Because I've been slacking off on that game because I've had the idea of trying to get platinums in all those games, and I had been doing so, and I just got really phased, burnt out in that game. So now I need to get back into playing that game and just grinding through it. There's a lot to get still, but there's a lot of like story missions which I've done already. But coming back to that game halfway through it, where the difficulty starting to ramp up, is like jarring almost, because it's like, oh god, these fights are a bit harder now. I don't quite know how to undress the ladies appropriately and quickly enough.
All right. What? Appropriate? Okay.
Yeah, the most efficient way.
Well, okay, efficiency. I'm talking about
Yeah.
efficiency.
Because I'm being graded on it, so I need like a top tier A grade.
Gotta get graded on it. That's what you do. Well, I'm very proud of you and your efficiency at
Yes.
these type of games.
I will continue to play that game, but I probably won't update you guys unless something like ridiculous happens, like, oh, look at this underwear set I got, or something really funny happens in the story, which almost
Yeah, look
always
at
is not
that.
the case. It's almost fan service.
Oh God, the pinball game comes out in
What?
like a couple days.
What?
December
Oh, God.
13th.
Is that Euro release as well?
I think it's
Or
just the
Western?
Japanese release, but yeah, I could buy a Nintendo card. I don't care. I want to play that game.
Yep. I'll need to make a Japanese Nintendo account now.
Oh my god, they are actually making a pinball. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Alan,
Oh
do you
my
want to say
God.
the name for it?
No. No, I don't.
I forget what it's called. Like
It's
Peach Ball?
Peach Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sengoku Karakura.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Senran Kagura, Peach Ball, pervy pinball game for Nintendo Switch.
Sengoku
First thing that
Karakura.
popped up on Google for Senran Kagura pinball.
Yep.
I got that game is not Senra Kangura. Peach Ball. That's
And
fine.
who said the Switch was a baby's console?
Well, not me. Everybody knows the Switch is the most adult console now. It's the most. It's refined. Like
And
a
I haven't
wine.
got to I was very tempted to buy Smash this week, even to
Me
the point
too.
where I was like, I almost bought a Smash and GameCube controller like setup, their bundle thing. But then I realized it was pickup on like Wednesday, and I said, screw it. I won't be interested by Wednesday. Most of the Smash talk will have probably died down by Wednesday. Because it seems a lot like people are running through that single story mission, which has lots of those like challenge levels, which sound cool, but it seems like people are flying through those as well. So by like a week's time, thankfully, the hype would have been gone.
I mean, hype's never gone. But I'm probably gonna get that for Christmas. I think.
Me too. Yeah.
Game seems neat from anything I've heard, and I know a bunch of our friend group has picked it up. So I'm excited to get in there and beat y'all like a bunch of goats. That's all I know.
What?
What?
Beat you like a goat. You ever beat a goat before?
No.
I'm gonna do to you.
Oh,
Is that
Okay,
the thing
well,
that
Saying.
I grew up in a pretty rural area, and that's
Like a goat in a hailstorm in July. You never heard?
no, dude. Like,
Okay.
what?
Beat you like a goat in a hailstorm in July. Never okay. That might be a little regional thing then.
I mean, we have goat farms like less than 30 minutes from
dude,
where I am, and
a goat
I've
farm is a
never
thing,
heard.
but I've never heard.
Yeah.
You know, beat a goat. You don't
I
beat
mean-
anything.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's some. Never mind. Some things you beat, but maybe it's not the goat. Fine. That might be on me. I apologize.
You said something about
Um,
hail. What in July?
Yep. Beat. Yeah, like in July. You know, like in July when you have hailstorms, you can beat a goat. Like, listen, not everything makes sense. Okay, you just gotta roll with it. Well, the rural dialects and rural sayings, they don't make sense. They just happen. Oh, cool. I mean, I'm glad you're playing Spider-Man. I'm glad that's happening. At least you're playing one good game. So
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I'm not anymore. I finished the game. It's
Yep.
all anime titties from now on.
Well,
Yay.
okay.
Yeah. Also, I've been playing Bang Dream, which has a new event that's just started.
It might be
And it's another
significantly
Christmas
less.
event.
There might be significantly less of those if our news story in a little bit has anything to say about it. So get ready.
Boo.
Get ready for that. All right, let's go to Mary then. Mary.
Okay. Like I was saying earlier, there are games out that are new that I want to get, but because I haven't bought any Christmas presents yet, I feel too guilty buying games for myself
That's
right now,
fine.
like multiple $60 games. So instead, I'm just playing the stuff I already have. So that means more Dragon Quest 11.
Okay.
And you know how last week I was talking about, oh, well, I only have one more like story mission to go. But then also I was like, who knows? That may take me another 30 hours. And yeah, it's going to be the second one. It's going to take for fucking ever. I got through the first chunk of this 3-part trials dungeon that I need to finish before I get the next story thing.
Someone say trials.
Yeah. I got to the boss. He whooped me, so I was like, I'll go grind around. I went to all the towns, and all the towns have like new side quest stuff and bosses and things. So I was like, okay, I'll do this stuff and grind. And that's all I've been doing now. That and collecting outfits for my characters because that's always fun. So yeah, it's gonna take me forever to finish that game, I'm pretty sure, and get the true ending, the real ending. So yeah, gonna keep playing that. But man, it's so nice playing that game, sitting at the kotatsu. That table gets hot. Like it gets so hot now that the cats will actually leave it so they can cool off
It's like
some.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That was all right, but
It's too much. So yeah, doing a lot of that. The only money I spent on video games was to buy this Indie Gala bundle. It was like Tokyo Anime Core something or other was the name of the bundle.
gotta love those
And let me
Indie Gala bundles.
Yeah, it was only
That's where
$4.
I get most of my VR games. It's like $3 bundles, and they're just awful.
Well, this game, the main game I wanted to buy it for, like all the other games seem kind of bad. They're just like visual novel, generic stuff. But this game is pretty cool. It's called Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters Daybreak Special Gigs. And it's actually
That
like
is too many words.
It is. Yeah. It totally is. It's a re-release with like added content and a reworked battle system of Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters, which came out originally on like the Vita and PS4 like in 2015, I think. This has extra story section, which I haven't gotten to yet because I haven't beaten it. But it's an interesting like Ghostbusters ghost hunting visual novel where you're a dude that transfers into a new high school. You meet friends, then you find out all these friends are working for the Daybreak Company, which is a ghost hunting company.
They made video games.
Yeah. Nope. Not an anime world. Instead, you do visual novel conversations where you pick dialogue choices, but also sometimes they have this weird conversation wheel thing where you pick from like an emotion. You can either pick like a heart icon, a shaking hands, like friendly icon, a crying eye, or a pissed off like one. So you can approach your answer in like a specific emotion style. And then the second wheel that comes up is a 5 senses kind of wheel. Like you can either look, touch, taste, which you get the dumbest answers for. Yeah. Or smell. But you also use that when you find like ghost evidence. So I tasted some ectoplasm that I found.
Evidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Sure.
Great.
Tastes a little ectoplasm. I get you. Okay.
Yeah. And those response thingies are on a timer, so you can also just ignore it, which also counts as like a different option. And all of the characters have like different responses. Like say you meet the driver of your Scooby-Doo van and you want to be nice and friendly and shake hands. But then he says right away, like, hey, I don't touch sweaty high school boys. So that didn't actually
Probably a
work out
smart
for
move.
me. Yeah.
Will he taste them?
I don't know. I should have tried using my mouth on him, but
Whoa.
oh well. Yeah, that's going to be clipped out of context later.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, just that whole wheel is an interesting like gameplay mechanic. It makes it a lot more like an old style adventure game, just not picking from like yes or no or whatever. It's kind of cool.
This game seems really neat. It's just from a like a hearing you describe it. It sounds pretty cool.
It has really nice artwork too. The character designer is the same lady that did Uta no Prince Sama character designs.
Okay.
And all of the portraits when you're talking to people are slightly animated, like they'll move their glasses or do something. And it looks almost like a Vanillaware game, like the people who did Odin's Sphere and Dragon's Crown. There's also a complicated battling system where you have to hunt these ghosts in so many turns, and that part is kind of sucky, and I can see why they reworked the battle system in this new version, because it kind of feels like random chance whether you hit a ghost or not. Before you start your turn, it'll show you like the options a ghost can move, like it can either move up and down or left and right. And you kind of just have to guess where it's going to go and have your character attack there, like just swing a pipe in the air and hope you don't hit a desk, because that'll be taken out of your profits at the end. Like the whole point, it's totally Ghostbusters. Like you're supposed to be making money every time. So there are like items you can use, like the electromagnetic detectors, like the thing that Egon carries around all the time. And there's like purifying salt you can use to block off specific areas for the ghost. But then even if you do
like
that,
salting a snail, like making a salt maze for a snail.
Yeah. Well, I've seen that in some ghost stuff before, where you like put a line of salt and they can't cross or whatever.
Well, they just come up to they're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, they do that until you find out that the ghost can fucking go through the power outlets and go into another room and piss me the fuck off, because that happened.
Ghosts have power line adapters.
Yeah. It's like a Freakazoid or some shit. I don't know. But yeah. The only thing, I wish there was a little bit more tutorialization in the game, because there are so many systems. It kind of feels like you have to play a battle first and realize what all can go wrong and then plan for it, almost like a bad Fire Emblem battle. Because it's totally played in like a strategy RPG, like plot your characters out kind of thing, with AP for movement and actions. But it's overall really cool. Like it definitely feels like it's worth $4, even if I was just getting that on its own. The music is all really nice. They had like this neat, funky, slow reggae kind of electric guitar track that played sometimes. And Gary thought I was playing a Monkey Island game or something.
Nice.
Yeah. There's a lot of neat like prog rock stuff. It presents itself kind of like an anime, where after you deal with like a story chapter about a ghost, it'll start playing this ending song with vocals and like a harmonica, and credits will actually come up. So it's a nice game. Like it's complicated and confusing, and it definitely seems like you're supposed to run it through multiple times like a visual novel, because they're character-based endings. Like you can use your mouth on the different girls, if you know what I mean. Yep. Yeah. I don't think it's that bad, but it's definitely made to be replayed over and over. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to it. There's also a weird training system that's almost like Princess Maker, where you team up with your different ghost people and learn different skills that'll affect you in battle, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of shit to that game. And I haven't even played like the board game mini game at all yet either, which apparently ups friendships with different characters. So you hang out and play games. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of shit to this game, and I don't feel like I wasted $4, and I think it'll
It's good.
tide me off for a while until Christmas at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I'm just playing phone game crap like usual. Dragalia Lost, playing the latest light event, Bang Dream, Starlight Stage, all that stuff.
I mean that seems like a really neat game. Well, that seems like a weird Japanese game, and sometimes you get one of those,
Definitely.
you know?
I like that it's not just like a plain ass visual novel. Like it feels like a real game. There's a lot of mechanics going on the whole time. But also it's fucking hard.
Did we lose
We lose Thouden?
Albie? Yep.
Hello?
Losing audio.
Okay.
Hello.
And now your mic is freaking out as well, DJ.
Sorry about
Hey.
that. I was pressing the wrong button on my keyboard, and I didn't realize it until too late. I apologize. Moving on to Jake, sir. Hello.
Hi.
How you been, buddy?
I'm doing okay.
That's good. My cat's what fucking damn cat. All right. Go ahead. Tell me about the games you played. I apologize. My cat's being rambunctious.
I picked up a copy of Just Cause 4. And that game's pretty awesome. There's just a lot of crazy shit you can do. Story's not great, because of course it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much just more Just Cause. It runs a lot better than 3.
Okay. All right. I've heard actually. I was speaking to a friend of the show, Popcans, and he seemed like he had enjoyed Just Cause 3, but he felt like Just Cause 4 he just wasn't connecting with it yet. Like how did you play 3 or 2?
Yeah,
What's
I played 2
what's your
and 3.
lineage? Okay. Did you think? See, I only played 2. And do you think it's like, is it more like 2 or is it more like 3? Because I know people were kind of mixed on 3. And like, there's some choices they made that might not have been to everybody's pick. But did you think that, like, I don't know, is it good?
I mean, it's like I said, if you don't go to a Just Cause game for like the story.
Sure.
You go to a Just Cause game because you want to blow some shit up and go have a good time. And you do the story missions just to unlock all the stuff that comes with them. So then you can go then use those tools to go fuck around and blow other shit up.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Have you been able to mess with any of the tornado stuff yet? Like, do they
Not yet.
deal with that early on? Okay. Because that's like the only thing that seemed new to me, like
Yeah.
watching the E3 trailers and stuff.
I mean, they added a whole system around the grapple hook. Like, you can have 3 different little loadouts, and one of them is like, I want to put boosters on this thing, or I want to put these balloons on this thing, and you can have them be like a mild lift force, a medium lift force, or a strong lift force, or you can do I want to be able to latch these things together and then make them pull it together. And you can do those light force, medium force, heavy force, and you can it's crazy.
Huh. So, I don't know if I would have went with that. I mean, I get that people like Just Cause because it's big explosions and weird physics stuff, but that being kind of one of the big selling points, I don't know, that's weird. I guess you don't go for it for the story, so what else can you really change, right? So okay.
Basically, the reason I play that is because I just kind of want to just zone out and just go blow some shit up. I don't put on podcasts or anything. I just go play Just Cause for a couple hours.
Sure. Okay.
So
I mean, that can be pretty cathartic. I think so. That's. I mean, I think
yeah,
that makes sense.
it's I don't know. Like, sure, they're not Just Cause games aren't like blockbusters. I mean, I
Sure.
guess they kind of like a summer blockbuster movie, sort of. I guess, but I guess blockbusters isn't the word I'm looking for. They're not like
They're not like.
they're
Do you
like
think
they're
that-
not like
do you think they're
masterpieces. They're not like a Mass Effect 2 or something
Sure.
like that.
Do you feel like
Right.
they might be considered like a B game, like sort of
With the budget of a AAA game, yeah,
with a
probably.
budget
Right.
of a AAA? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw a bunch of
Yeah.
screenshots of Just Cause 4 that did not look super high budgety, like on
I was
some
gonna
texture
say.
work.
I think that's actually a good example of a B game, both ways, right? It's
Double A.
high, double A,
Double A. Let's go with double A rather
Double
than
A.
B.
because B
This
implies
is the battery system now
Sure.
of game development.
No, it's a DDR system.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
A, double A, and triple A.
But yeah, I mean, we can get into a whole conversation about what B games are, but yeah, like
Yeah.
it's sort of that middle tier game that's been kind of lost in the last few years. It's like got a
Well,
huge
I mean, it's
budget,
still
but
60. It's still $60. I was able to get a pretty good deal on it, but it's still retailing
But
for
it's-
60.
You know
So
what I mean? It's like Yakuza is
Yes.
not a AAA game.
Sure.
That's a double.
You take
A.
that back.
yeah. No, I think that's actually something I'd not considered, but Just Cause is one of those games you can look at and go like, it's got the budget of a AAA game, but it's just not polished in the right way to be a AAA game. It's not pushed in that way, marketing wise. I think that I'd never even considered that. That's a very interesting thing. Okay. Huh. Anyway,
I mean, it has kind of a B movie aesthetic, so
yeah.
it makes sense.
I think it's
kind
aiming for that. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad thing to be that. I think we need more of those kind of games.
It's like a sci-fi original pictures game.
Sure.
All right. It's Sharknado. All right. Sure.
Oh,
It
yeah.
actually is Sharknado this time because
There's
there's
no
actually a
sharks.
tornado.
There are tornadoes. There are no sharks, though.
That's
mean-
Boss. They're keeping it secret.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. That'd be fucking great.
But I haven't run
Uh,
into any tornadoes yet. But all the footage I've seen, those look fucking awesome.
Is there mod support for that? there-
Probably.
So somebody could add, hypothetically, a shark tornado.
I don't know if there's sharks in the
Maybe.
game already, though.
Okay.
There might be. Let's ask Google.
Have you?
Does Just Cause 4
Okay.
have sharks?
Google saying.
Just Cause 3 has a secret giant great white shark.
Well, there you
that
go.
I don't
Okay.
want to go find because fuck the ocean.
Okay, great. So there must be if there's if it's in 3, they can pull it. I know modders. It's easy. Just pull it right from that one game, put it in the other game.
Okay, here's a post on the Just Cause subreddit. It says, now that we have tornadoes, we just need sharks. I really want a mission with sharks. In the post, the image is just the movie poster for Sharknado.
Excellent. Somebody's gonna make that. Just get on it. Somebody out there. I'll give you an extra point. We don't have a rating system for games, but you'll get an extra point from me. If you put a Sharknado in it.
You won't buy it or anything.
Oh no, I'm never gonna buy that game, but no, I'm not bad.
There's a pretty ridiculous Easter egg in that game, though.
Okay. You want to spoil it?
I don't know if I saw it, but I haven't found it in the game yet. But it's pretty nuts. Just the scope of the Easter egg is kind of insane.
How about we give people 10 seconds and then you tell me what that Easter egg is? Here we go, everybody.
Okay,
Give
Five,
them 10
Just like
seconds
10
to
seconds
Google
of
it or
silence.
something.
10 seconds. Here we go. 10 seconds. I'll count down from 10. If you don't want to hear this, just jump ahead a few seconds.
Okay.
You'll get it.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna
One.
say it. I'm gonna
Go
say it
ahead.
right now. It's basically you run up to this thing and you find it's a big cauldron and like a pickaxe, and you
Okay.
get into it, and then all of a sudden you're playing Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, and it's all narrated.
Oh shit!
Like the
Oh,
camera,
my
the camera
God.
angles
It's good.
change and everything.
That's very good. Yeah. Is it like a full game that?
I'm pretty sure.
Has the
Perfect.
narrator. Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, let's put this in the game. Get a hold of Bennett Foddy.
Of course. I mean,
Get Bennett Foddy on the phone.
he would say yes. I mean,
Ring
why
him
not?
up.
Why wouldn't you say yes to that? That's like an easy. That's so good.
I also saw another Easter egg today that is should I just spoil it or do you want to not be spoiled?
5, 4, 3,
Go ahead, it's
2,
fine.
1.
Okay. Basically there's an area in the game that turns all black and white and sketchy, like the Aha Take On Me music video.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my god!
All right.
It's kind of neat. And a lady walks through and dances with you, like the music video.
That's
It's
very good.
yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
That's why I like the Just Cause games.
Yes,
is 'cause
okay,
real
that's
goofy
fair.
shit like that happens, and they'll
You can't get away with that in a AAA game. That's just it's like,
Hey, we turned
that's
this into
good.
Getting Over with Bennett Foddy. No other game could do that.
fuck. That's good. Fuck. That's a really good. That's a great Easter egg. I mean, both of those are like top tier. Really, that's amazing. Cool. So yeah, I'm glad Just Cause continues to be Just Cause. That's real neat.
Yep, and the missions continue to be kind of frustrating because it's Just Cause and it wants you to do shit that the way that Just Cause works is kind of prohibitive
Mm-hmm.
of that. It's like, hey, you need to drive around this big ass base, and escort this dude around to these consoles, and then in order to get to another part of the base, you have to get into a vehicle, and then hit this huge jump. So you can't take a slow vehicle. You have to go find a fast vehicle.
Hit that sweet jump.
You gotta hit a fucking sweet jump. There's 2 sweet jumps on this mission that I'm talking about. And the problem I found was, oh, hey, this guy can take a ton of damage, so protecting him when he's at the computer consoles isn't really a big deal. But then when it comes time for me to find another vehicle, it's like, oh, this vehicle's out in the fucking open, and there are people in these towers with rocket launchers, and the animation to get into the vehicle takes longer than for them to be able to shoot at you. And then it blows the vehicle up, and you have to go find another vehicle. But thankfully, what I found, though, is the parts where it's like, hey, you got to drive to this next point. If you don't find a car, the guy just starts running toward the next spot.
Huh.
So I was just like, whatever. But then there's parts where you do actually need another car. So I had to go find one, and then hope I didn't get blown up as I tried to get into it. And then I hope I didn't get blown up as I had to sit there and wait for the guy to get into it. And then I had to make sure I didn't miss the jump. So
Okay.
it's been a good 30 minutes on one mission because of that shit.
Escort missions. They fucking suck.
Think about trying to do an escort mission in Far Cry 5 when just shit is constantly happening. And it's like, hey, go find a car now. Now you gotta go do this thing and bring it back to him. Hope you enjoy getting a ton of people shooting at you at the same time.
Of course. Everybody
And
loves that.
now you have to talk to the dude while he keeps trying to fight and won't let you talk to him. That's the problem
Or-
that I've seen
or
with
it's like,
you and
I
Pop
park.
Cans playing at D.
I park, and then the guy runs up, and then he gets shot, and then he does this flinch animation, and then they just shoot him again, and he just stays in the flinching animation and doesn't actually get to
Right.
the car. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Then I have to pull the Jeep up in front of him so the enemies can't shoot him. And then he decides, oh, I'm going to run around the other side of the car and get in.
Sure. Cool. Fuck. Well,
Still having fun with it, though. Just Causes solid games. Gameplay, the
little
missions
clunky.
are the little clunky. Story's not great, but there's a lot of stuff to do in those. A lot of shit to blow up. Game looks great.
Is there a story? What is the story now?
The story is it's Just Cause, dude. You're
Rico, right?
you're helping
Rico.
some kind
Rico.
of resistance or some rebellion against
Sure.
a big bad company. And you go over to the
What's
base
the map?
and all
What's
of their
the location now?
It's some island in the South
Still
Pacific.
another
Venezuela
island,
or something?
you know.
It's a
Island,
tropical
yeah.
island where they always is.
Sure.
It's like Tropico. It's always on an island somewhere.
Yeah.
There's always a dictator. It's sunny.
There's
It's
always a
somewhat
man, a
warm.
girl, and a
A
lighthouse.
lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just just keeps dictators keep coming up somewhere and keep taking over islands somewhere in the world.
Here, let me look
So.
up. Like, this is like Mad Libs. Like fucking stories for Just Cause are like Mad Libs at this point.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a guess on what the name of the island is, because I don't know it. Is it like Santa something, or do you think it's like what's the? Let's see here. I'm gonna go with like Santa Rosa.
Isla.
Isla. Okay, you're gonna go with Isla. Okay, I'm gonna go Santa Rosa. Is the name of it?
Azure. Something Azure like.
Okay, is your
Oh,
like
the
what
name of
word?
the name of the island is Solace. Or
Okay.
Solis.
I give that one. I
So,
give that one
sun.
optics. That's close.
Duh.
That's close.
I mean, Isla is close too.
Yeah,
This
they're
is
all
there.
they're all pretty close.
They're all
except for
pretty
mine.
fucking
Yeah.
generic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Cause 4 sees rogue hero Rico Rodriguez land in Solis to
Uh-huh.
hunt down the truth about his past at any cost. Strap into your wingsuit, equip your fully customizable grappling hook, and get ready to bring the thunder.
Bring the thunder.
Lightning, then the thunder. Thunder.
Soar through the skies with your wingsuit, skydive, base jump, and free dive with no limits. You can free dive, there's limits because air
Did
In the ground,
That's
really.
true.
and the ground.
did
No, I'm talking free diving like underwater
yeah.
diving.
I mean, yeah, okay, that's fair.
is AC/DC's Thunder in this game?
Thunderstruck, you mean?
Thunderstruck. Just close enough.
Does Iron Man jump out of a back of a plane with the song in it? That
All that stuff sounds too expensive to do
Yeah.
for Just
100%.
Cause.
Spearhead the rebellion and
okay?
defeat the Black Hand, a high-tech private military organization.
The Black Hand.
The Black Hand,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
God, the fucking Black Hand.
But like, I'm making fun of Just Cause 4, but I'm gonna go play more Just Cause 4 after this because it's fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sure.
it's a fun, goofy ass game. Like
I
if
know
you
I
if you,
asked,
if
but,
you
like-
liked 3, if 3 ran well for you and you actually played a lot of it and you enjoyed it, you'll like 4.
I
'Cause
know.
it means
I
you can
asked,
look
but, like,
it means you're capable of looking past the goofy shit.
no one's playing Just Cause for the storyline at this point.
Nah.
No. It's sort of weird because it's like the closest thing video games has to Fast and Furious, but like people sort of enjoyed the Fast and Furious storyline for how goofy and weird it is, but the Just Cause
The-
storyline has never gotten there. Like,
I would argue that Forza Horizon is way closer to the Fast and the Furious than
Sure.
Just Cause
Or the crew.
or the Crew.
Or the crew.
crew, okay, that's
Or
fair.
the one, the
You know, a
first
proper
one, the
driving
second
game.
one.
Well, you can drive cars, but is Fast and Furious about driving cars anymore? Really, it's more about
Yes.
giant
First one
explosions.
was.
It's about heists and giant explosions, really. I mean, that's it's kind of like Ocean's 11 mixed with like fucking Lethal
G.I.
Weapon or something.
Joe.
Yes.
Some
Anyway,
Iron Man.
yes. Yeah, Iron Man. Thunderstruck. All right. Outside of Just Cause, what else you been playing?
I played a bunch of Beat Saber. Played some more Beat Saber. Keep going back to Beat Saber. Beat Saber.
Cool. What song you working on? You got like a
I'm
one
working
song?
on just a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to make the jump from hard to expert.
Okay.
I was just gonna ask, have you started moving on to expert?
Now that I got my real quick update on 3D printing land here. I got my saber handles working finally. Got those printed.
Mm.
And that helps a lot. That game's way more fun now. When I'm not trying to like hold on to something that's not meant to be swung around like a sword.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I've finished the expert version of a bunch of the stock songs, so that's a start. And then the definition of expert and hard varies wildly across custom
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's not really a good rubric for skill.
I'd say avoid the anime and like nightcore songs.
Yep, figured that one out
For
already.
expert. Yeah.
Anything that's like a meme is usually like impossibly difficult on expert.
I bet you like rock songs will stay true to beat and might be easier.
No, like I don't know. Those don't really translate well. They feel, it feels weird to play along with like rock music in Beat Saber. Like give me like drum and bass and some like dubstep.
That Dota song is pretty good in Beat
Yep.
Saber.
Yeah, the
And,
the bass hunter song, Dota.
Yes, yeah.
Sure.
It's fun. And Eins zwei Polizei, which nobody here has heard because it's like from the 90s and fucking old. And yeah, that was an ancient meme song, I guess. But yeah, I need to play more Beat Saber again too. I haven't messed with it since the latest update where they had to change the saber handles because they look too much like lightsabers and Disney got pissed at them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How did they look too much like lightsabers? They were just like cubes, just like rectangular, like stretched out cubes.
I think it's the way like
now
they
they look
would turn on
more
and
like-
extend out or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't know, but apparently they were contacted with like a cease and desist, and that's why they changed it. So yeah, that's whatever. At least you can get mods to change it however the hell
Sure.
you want it to look.
I don't like having to run the mod installer every time they update the game. That sucks.
That's another reason I haven't played it yet
Kind of a pain
because
in
I
the
know I
ass.
have to go through and
Go run- well,
set
thankfully-
everything back up again.
Thankfully now it's just one like executable that you run. And it's like, I want to install this, and this, and this, and then you hit go, and it just installs everything, and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It
and then
still sucks.
all the song searches and stuff are all in the game. It's all in menus and stuff. You don't have to go open a browser. You're not downloading zip files or anything anymore.
Yeah.
Just super handy, and all that stuff stays. So even if they update the game, all you gotta do is just go run your mod installer again, and then all your stuff's back.
I'm still super lazy though. I'm like, oh, well, what website had the installer? Blah blah blah. Yeah, I just need to do it.
It's like Beat Saber mod installer or something like that will take you right to it. But Beat Saber continues to be pretty fucking fun. Even if I look like a complete moron. I don't care.
Hey, I mean that's play, live your best life. Play the games you want to play. Don't let people looking at you playing Beat Saber stop.
I mean, I've got like
Saber.
nobody can see me playing VR games anyway, so it's like
Well, that you know
big ass
of.
blackout curtain right here, and then I shut my door so my cats can't come in and I don't accidentally trip over them.
Oh, you
They
think your
don't see-
cats would
oh, right,
judge?
that's smart.
No, I kick them out of my room whenever I want to play VR, and then the chair goes over
Yeah.
that little alcove
Smart.
by the door, so then I have this whole area to mess
Sure,
around
okay.
and do VR shenanigans.
I thought you were worried about your cats judging you.
No,
Judging
I'm
you
worried
harsh.
about hurting my cats.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, cool.
I'm more embarrassed out of the music coming out of my speakers when I play Beat Saber than anything that I'm doing because I'm always playing like the nerdiest anime crap. So
I
yeah.
don't have speakers, so
Yeah, headphones is probably better. It's more immersive.
How much K-pop is in the playlist?
I don't know if I
Good
can put a
amount?
number on it.
Ah,
There's probably tons.
Good. I should get around to looking at that.
But installing mods is super easy. Like, I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh man, if I wish they would make the mods more seamless." It's like it's about as seamless as it can get right now. You run one executable, and then everything is in the game. And that executable is like 500 kilobytes. It's tiny.
Mhm.
It downloads everything for you, extracts, zips, all that shit.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know how much more you could make it easy. I don't know, unless you just build it right. There's not much else you can.
And that's just asking for trouble if they did that.
Yeah.
Yep. True that.
Yeah, I wish it didn't break every time the game updates, but that happens with pretty much every mod ever. So whatever.
So final
I-
final thing.
You said that they had to change something about the sabers. They changed the blades. The saber blades look different now.
Oh,
They're
okay.
they got like a little bit of like this weird like electricity effect on them. They're not like solid colors. Like
Okay.
that might have been what they changed. Because I
Yeah.
can see that being Disney being like, yo. But they changed that, and then pretty sure I just changed it back with a mod.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like I said, I hadn't actually launched it since that update went out, so I hadn't seen it in person yet.
Okay. How's the 3D printer life going, Jay?
3D printer life is improved greatly.
Oh.
Now that I figured out a bunch of shit.
Okay.
I had to I set it aside for a couple days when I was trying to figure out why that weird shifting thing was happening.
Hmm.
Turns out there was a bunch of different. It was kind of a perfect storm as to why it was only happening on that one model. Of just a whole bunch of different things coming together and causing that to happen. But I just kind of went over the whole printer, gave it a once over. I'm dropping shit here, sorry. Gave it all once over, and I was like, oh, just like the wheels that are supposed to be kind of like clamped onto this rail for the bed are not super tight. So when the whole thing has to go back and forth a whole lot, I'm guessing it wasn't like stable enough, and it was slipping, and it was jumping a wheel on the motors. So then it would come back, and it's like, oh hey, now I'm zeroed. And it's like, no, you're not. Stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got working saber handle control things for the Rift, and these things are awesome. But if you have a printer and you print one out, I definitely recommend you put athletic tape on here, because these things.
Oh,
these
sure.
things will slip out at your hands like nothing.
Yes.
Huh.
Since you have to use the strap to hold the thing in, because it goes through and it comes out here, and you go around and you hook the strap onto here, and that keeps the controller in.
I was wondering about that as well. Good.
Yeah, that's neat. Cool.
It's like the first thing I've printed that wasn't parts for the printer, like upgrade parts.
Sure. Okay.
Or a Pikachu.
I got some new colors of filament, and I printed out a Bulbasaur and a Charmander, because I got orange, green, and blue. And I was like, well, I want to test out these new filaments. So I just went and did that, and I think my Bulbasaur just finished. Yes, it's done.
Wow. Go get that Bulbasaur. Get that.
It's in the garage. I don't want to go get up and go get.
Okay, that's fair. What's like your print that you want to do? Like your next big, not necessarily like a Bulbasaur, but like, what's the thing you're like eyeing, going like, I want to try that.
Project.
It's a project.
No idea.
D&D minis. Is it a D&D mini?
See, I would have to get some other parts for the printer to be able to do the really fine quality for miniatures,
like nozzles and stuff.
Yeah, like I'd have to get like a 0.2 millimeter nozzle The one I have is a 0.4
Right.
is the stock one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I fixed my 3D printer, which had like, turns out it was the thermistor fuse, which was a fucking nightmare to get into
Oh, boy.
inside the bed of it. Yeah, it was just a mess. And then like getting to it was fine, but like putting these like circuit boards of like the thermistor back in between this rail and the way that they do the wiring, it was just a nightmare of uh heatsink grease just fucking everywhere.
Ugh.
Thermal,
like,
dude,
all on
thermal
the
paste
rail and
gets
stuff.
fucking everywhere. Like no
Yeah,
matter how
and
hard
you
you
can't
try,
control it.
if you are using thermal paste, is going to get on your hands.
Yeah, I just accepted my fate. Like it's just covered everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to clean all that stuff. And then when I restarted the computer, turns out my 0.4 nozzle is totally jammed.
Great.
Like that's just clogged up with shit. Yeah, but it's fine. I don't ever use that one anyway. I use the 0.2 for higher quality prints. So yeah, I only ever use the 0.2. So I just ignore the 0.4 setup and stuff and just run it as is.
Wow. Okay. I have no idea what any of the things you guys just talked about, but that's very interesting. Nozzles, thermal pastes, all very futuristic.
You know what thermal paste is?
Oh boy, I can't wait to put thermal paste on the CPU and put it in
Oh,
my
no.
motherboard live on stream. I'm very excited about that. Oh, it's gonna be bad, folks. It's
Quick
gonna be
question: how much should you use?
a pea-sized amount.
Okay.
It's about
Like a
right.
pea. Like a pea.
If you're not just going to use the stuff that's on whatever heatsink it is that you bought, which is totally fine.
I'm just
use
gonna-
that.
I'm just gonna empty the whole canister of stuff
Don't
into
do
the
that.
thing. Just
Yeah, make sure it's a nice thick
You
layer.
probably
Yep.
don't even need
Like
any.
peanut butter.
Yep.
Like, I'm sure there's
Get a
probably some on the
spoon.
heatsink that you bought.
Get a nice little like knife and just make sure to flatten it out, butter it up a little.
You gotta add the ridges, like
Yeah,
groove
the
ridges.
grooves.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, you want me to dip cheese's grooves into it? I guess.
Just put it on with a ruffle chip. That'll work.
There you go. There we go. What the fuck? Why would you? All right. I mean, I'm gonna trust you guys. Gonna go with the ruffle chip for application. It's gonna be delicious. If I actually have a ruffle chip, I put a little thermal paste on a ruffle, just for the meme. Just for the meme. Okay. Cool. Shall we move on to news? No, I know. We have a fucking slate of news here.
Yeah, let's go on to the news.
Let's go on to the news. News. Welcome to the news. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the news show. My name's
We're here. We're
Stoughton.
at the news. Hello, everybody.
Hello. We're here.
We've arrived at the
News
news.
podcast.
Go to the news part of this show. What do you guys want to start? Let's start with the Game Awards. That was kind of the big thing last week. A bunch of new games kind of got announced, but did we ever run through? I'm trying to remember. Did we ever run through our picks for the awards?
No.
What's our?
No, we did
No.
not.
Here we go. Lightning round. Do we have a lightning round graphic?
No.
Lightning round graphic. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. First up.
You got
content
you got to remember we started late and we have been trying to start earlier for optics' sake or for DJ's sake.
Sure.
So let's
Hi.
Okay, we'll skip the esports section. The content creator.
No, we won't skip the
section.
esports section because the best esports moment fucking won, and
Yeah.
that's the one that should have won, and it did, even though it wasn't triple OT, it was double OT, but still.
All right, that's fair. Okay.
Cloud9 versus FaZe, E-League Major. Oh, Cinderella story, perfect.
The Cinderella story. But we're gonna skip the esports section, folks. We're gonna skip the esports section. We're gonna start with best debut indie game. Got Donut County, Florence, Moss, The Messenger, or Yoku's Island Express. What's your pick, folks? Go
This is gonna
around.
take too long.
Does it even
Yeah,
matter? Like, the awards have
no.
already been given out.
I know, but we
Yeah.
have to pick them.
No, we don't.
We could have did this last week and we didn't because we didn't
Okay.
bother.
Oh. Well, the Messenger won that one. I don't even know what the fuck the Messenger is,
Well,
but
this is a good seg, isn't it? This is a
What?
good segment, right?
yeah, that's true. Fair.
Let's talk about the like stuff that was shown to us, because that's more important than what
Okay.
thing people won. Other than Sonic Fox winning that award, and
That was a
That was
very
great.
beautiful moment.
that
That
was
was a very
cool.
beautiful moment. Yes, that was very good. I thought that was a really genuine moment. All right, let's talk about the games that were
Wait.
announced.
There's one minor thing I want to say about the awards is that Monster Hunter World is not an RPG.
Yes,
It
I
is.
agree with you.
God damn it. Dragon Quest 11 should have won. Okay, there, I'm done. Sorry. It made me mad.
Any other hot takes? I thought Red Dead won more than maybe it should have.
I'm glad Red Dead didn't win Game of the Year.
Yes, I was looking at this, and like when I finished watching this at like 8 a.m. because I watched it on repeat when I got to work. It's like on the live stage show, it seems like Red Dead kind of won everything, but if you look at the text version, it's mostly like sound direction and
Yeah.
best
Yep.
visual design. They didn't actually win any like action adventure awards or anything like that. God of War sneakily won all of those. So yeah, it's weird. The visual, the video, the awards themselves perceive as if like Red Dead won everything, but that wasn't the case.
No, yeah. I'm surprised Spider-Man didn't win a few. I thought it
Kind
should have
of.
won a few more. I don't know which one it would be. Maybe like best. I don't not like best fighting game, but maybe like best action
Spider-Man
adventure.
game.
Best Spider-Man game.
It was. I think. I don't know. I haven't played God of War, but I feel like Spider-Man should have won a few more. I think maybe for best performance, because I think the guy that plays Peter Parker is very good in that, and sort of very good. So that's
yeah.
that's my only take. Also, God of War, very good game. I gotta play that at some point. Hoping to get that one.
Did anybody confirm that Rockstar left after God of War 1? Because I saw some rumblings on Twitter that Rockstar just pieced out. It was like later.
I heard about that as well.
I bet they would.
I heard it was even before God of War 1. Like, I think they knew they weren't winning. So they got their last award and then kind of fucked off, I think.
That's sort of shitty. That's sort of shitty, I won't lie. All right. So some of the games that were announced. You got a new Far Cry New Dawn.
Eh.
I'll probably play it.
Post-apocalyptic Far Cry game, right?
Sure.
There was a lot of neon. It looked kind of neat.
Yeah.
You also had a few like we got a trailer for Anthem. You got a trailer for some stuff, some different like Rage 2 stuff. Psychonauts 2 got a trailer that was fucking really good. Anyway,
Rage 2 kind of looked interesting there.
Yeah.
That trailer sold it weirdly enough, so I'm actually
Yep.
intrigued by that game now.
I think there were a lot of neat games. I thought Scavengers was one of the standouts for me. I thought that game looked really neat in a way. It was like all like first person, sort of like sort of did it for me. I don't know why. I mean, it's just like it's a CG trailer, but there's something about it. Like this, I don't know. It looked neat. It looked like a fun game that maybe people, our little friend group, could play together. That's all I know.
My favorite one from this thing was probably Hades. That looked very good.
Yes.
Supergiant Games.
It's definitely a Supergiant game for sure.
It is definitely a Supergiant game. They've gone back to that like isometric look of like a fighting game in that way. It looks cool, but also it's like in early access, and I kind of just want to wait till it's out to get it.
I thought also, if I can, I believe it's Journey to the Savage Planet. I thought everybody thought that was going to be like a survival game or like a battle royale game, but it ends up being an adventure game, and that's sort of exciting. That's, I believe, made by is that Teresa's game? Yes, the Assassin's Creed guy. Is that his new game? Yeah, it might be.
Isn't that Ancestors?
I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, it was the
Ancestors.
caveman
That's what I-
game.
Which looks weird.
I might play that game. That looks weird enough for me. That
We
does
guys,
look pretty
we
fun.
guys think about that Outer Worlds game by Obsidian.
I liked the look of the Outer
Mhm.
Worlds. That actually, like, that trailer sold me a lot on that game.
Well, with all the struggles that Bethesda is happening right now, boy, let me tell you, that game looks like everything I want from like a first-person action game kind of thing. That looked really good. I think that, and I trust them to do that game and make it fun and interesting. So I'm
It
totally
looks
on board.
fancy, but none of it really looked like super unique. Like it seemed like it was pulling a lot of things from
No,
other
yeah.
games that already exist and like Futurama and stuff like that. So,
Yep.
I'll probably like it anyway, though. Whatever.
I think wait and see. I think they haven't really announced many systems aside for it's a first-person combat. It'll be interesting to see more on that one. But I think it's an interesting first little bite, first little taste. Anything else you guys want to mention?
Not really.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on the
Yeah,
Switch.
all right.
Yeah.
That's on this list thing. Yeah,
That
that's
was
a really
huge.
big one.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't think they were going to make another one of those. And I super want to play it.
Yep.
Didn't they like pull Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 very recently
I
from
think
stores?
they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
The
That's like
licensing
the biggest
expired
like
or whatever.
change in position.
Yeah, I think they did. Also, what was the other? That looked really neat one. I thought Mortal Kombat 11. That was another kind of biggish one. I know we're not big fighting game fans here, but shit, another Mortal Kombat's always kind of a cool thing.
I liked it when old character design Scorpion showed up, but that's because I'm old.
Man, it's a good trailer. Psychonauts 2, again, my favorite game of all time, probably Psychonauts. Very excited about Psychonauts 2. I was surprised by the amount of really cool announcements that happened at this thing. Like,
Oh, and
Mhm.
Sayonara Wild Hearts. That looked really cool.
sure.
It might end up being kind of simple and stuff, but it's got a cool style to it.
Yes, it does. It's got a cool style. Also Dragon Age. We got the new Dragon Age got announced. The
T.
Dread Wolf Rise?
Rise of the Dreadwolf.
Is that a Dragon Age game? Did they confirm that was Dragon Age?
Yeah, they
Okay.
did. They said that before they showed the trailer. And also it's definitely a teaser because there's basically fucking nothing in it. So whatever.
Yep.
I would assume we probably see more of that at E3 next year. Also, who the fuck is the Dread Wolf? That's all I have to say.
I'm not into the lore enough. I couldn't tell you.
Same.
Okay. So that's all the kind of big announcements. I think overall, I fell asleep near the end of it. I didn't see the actual Game of the Year stuff until the next morning, but it was cool. I thought it was a good show. Even though sometimes you disagree with the categories and the way the voting happens, I think it's an enjoyable show and kind of, in my opinion, kicks off some of the end of the year stuff. So
It had an awesome surprise appearance by Pepe the King Prawn, so
Jeez.
I was
Yeah, there
happy.
you go. Of course.
Ninja.
I fucking love that Muppet. Yeah. Yeah. I wish he had made fun of Ninja more instead of
Yeah.
kissing up to him in the skit. But whatever.
It made me go watch the Muppets when I got home from. So there's that.
There's a really, really good Christmas song by Pepe the King Prawn that everybody should listen to after this.
Okay.
I listened to it when I was decorating my tree the other night. So yeah. Oh, it's adorable.
Okay. So that was
It's
kind
an
of the
orange one.
big news story. Another announcement that did happen was, I guess, the Romero Games is coming out with a game at some point. That's John Romero's studio, the man behind Doom. December 10th, we'll hear more about that. So, if you're really into games, tomorrow, Monday, for live viewers tomorrow, but for the people that listen to the thing, it happened Monday, the 10th. They're gonna announce a new game by that studio. I brought this up just because John Romero is, he's a big name, and I always like to mention when a big name coming out with it.
He and like John
game.
Carmack are like the ones that managed to not fuck up their reputations.
Yep.
And like still be pretty cool. Even
Well,
if John Romero was kind of cheesy.
Yeah. There was the Daikatana era.
Yeah, sure, but he turned it around.
Listen, it's exciting. I think, just for real, if you're like a hobby grade video game guy, and you love games like we love games, I think tomorrow is going to be sort of fun.
Just that term just makes me feel
grade.
gross. Ugh.
You're a hobby grade. Get used to it. Well, the hobby grade, you spend all day talking about video games. You're a hobby grade.
Okay.
You're a hobby horse.
Whoa, that's a little
Take
mean.
that.
Got him.
Damn. All right, let's get to the fucking weird news stories of the week, and we'll start with one near and dear to our friend DJ's heart.
And he is away from his
Yeah,
computer.
you can't say it now.
Okay, well, we'll wait then. I didn't see that he was away. I'm looking at these news. We'll start with this one. It turns out the PlayStation Classic might be good, guys, and that you can just
it's still not good, even though
still not
it'll be good once somebody says, "Hey, plug your PlayStation Classic in your computer and run this file, and you can put new games on it."
Yeah.
Apparently, you can just get into the emulator settings by plugging a keyboard right into the PlayStation Classic.
Not just any keyboard,
escape.
but a keyboard.
A keyboard.
There's only certain ones
USB
work. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yes, a keyboard. And I guess they're just running. What are they running? They confirmed was running. They were running PSXE.
PCSX rearmed, right?
Right. Yes, I think that's what
the
they
acronym
confirmed.
Right? PCSX or is it PSCX?
Man, anyway, yes, they know what we're talking about. That is being run on this, and that it's. I feel like opinions on the PlayStation Classic. Like when I was here before I went away to Pittsburgh, I felt like everybody was like, "Oh yeah, the PlayStation Classic. That's coming out in a few weeks." And now I feel like I get back and everybody's like, "Hey man, the PlayStation Classic is a monstrous thing. It's horrible." Everybody hates it.
It doesn't run the games well enough. Like I've seen a lot of speculation that's why they picked PAL. Yeah, it goes into how it's not very good at emulating the games. Like
that's pretty much all you really need to know on like what's up with the PlayStation Classic is basically just go watch the Digital Foundry video and just that pretty much sums it all up.
But yeah, like people think they picked those PAL versions that run at a slower speed because it would be more suitable for the underpowered hardware. So, yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
Always remember the lowest bit, something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I've read a lot over the last week about some of the stuff that's come out about that, and boy. I mean, just
boy.
To not even. What's Sony doing?
They make consumer electronics, and notably the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I mean, for most people that are like the audience for the PlayStation Classic, they probably won't care. Like, they won't remember that Tekken wasn't as slow or whatever. They're just like, oh, cool, I can hook it up to my TV and it's $50. Let's play Metal Gear.
It's
like,
$100,
that's probably fine for them. Oh, I don't know. Is it really $100?
Pretty sure it's not $50.
Yeah, I think it's 100.
It's about 100.
That's too much. Wow.
Yeah, $99.99 on Amazon.
Ugh,
Currently has
yeah, I
has
don't
2
know.
out of 5 stars.
Ooh.
Well, maybe they should have sold it for 50 to 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Might be worth it for 50 to 60.
So I saw a teardown earlier today, and it's like one PCB with some like really generic chips and an ARM Cortex quad core, like I think 1.5 gigahertz or something like that. And the guy was explaining that every single chip, the memory modules, the ARM Cortex chip is like a baseline chip. And it's like all end of life chips, as in
Great.
you can't
Uh-huh.
really find that shit. So
Awesome.
the speculation is that Sony might have bought a fuck ton of those ages ago and just had them in stock
Oh,
and figured, fuck it,
they were like,
we may as well use it.
What do we do? Can we run
May as well
PlayStation
use
games on this
this
thing?
shit. Yeah.
All right,
And just
ship
like
it.
make it for cheap as shit. Yeah.
I saw a lot of videos out there where like you can just get a Raspberry Pi and then get a 3D printed PlayStation case for it, and then I saw the videos of the people who had like, I bought this 3D printed PlayStation case. It looks like shit. Like
Yeah.
like I'm sure it was probably printed on like a $1,500 printer, and the thing looks like fucking garbage. I'm like, dude, my $200 printer puts out better looking shit than that. It's a
pretty
quick
sure-
tangent. I just thought about that. I was like,
I'm
what
pretty
the
sure
fuck?
you can find that 3D shell on AliExpress or something.
Yeah.
Or that whole kit. Right next
Oh,
to Soldier
yeah.
thing.
Oh, shit. We didn't talk. I didn't add
I
that
guess
news
that's
story.
not in the news story, yeah.
Fuck. We gotta
Which-
talk about
which
that
one?
Soldier Boy.
Oh,
Soldier Boy.
Oh, yeah.
The rapper.
rapper.
Yeah,
Sorry.
watch me you and make this new game console, my friends.
I got this new game console for y'all. It's called the Soldier Game. It's got a bunch of ROMs on it that I didn't license.
Yep. So when he first mentioned this like 4 weeks ago or some shit on a live stream, when he first started for some reason live streaming on Twitch, he was just like, yo, I've
Soldier
got a
Boy,
games
all right.
console coming out.
Let him stream. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
It was
Of
great.
course he was on Twitch.
And like he was just so dumb. Like he was like, yo, I got all you anime people beat, like you can't top me. And like he brings out this like Death Note lunchbox that is like still wrapped, and it's like
Uh-huh.
1 of 50 or something. And he's so hype about having this, and he's like, yo, they call me not a real anime fan, look at this shit. It's just really funny.
Picked it up at a Hot Topic.
course.
That's great. But no, don't worry. His console is 100% legit. He said so several times.
He's just
It's
dropping them
legit.
off of AliExpress. That's all he's doing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, it's just. I sort of wanted to buy it just to own the Soldier Boy video game.
It's
I
not, even,
mean,
it's not even
he's
branded. It's not even
expensive.
branded as a Soldier
No,
Boy. It's
no. It's
not.
just the yeah. You can go on
It's
AliExpress
like-
and get one for like half the price for the same exact thing.
But
It's-
you
yeah.
didn't buy it from his website, so it's not a Soldier Boy console.
Soldier game.
Soldier
There's two of
game
them. Though.
handheld.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
There's the
Wow.
there's the actual console, which looks like a super like a dehydrated Xbox One. that you-
Xbox. Yeah.
You add water to it and it gets bigger.
That's
So
good.
he's basically like he's starting his own mass drop and just
Yeah,
doing a
pretty
group buy
much,
for
yeah. Even though
AliExpress.
you don't need to do that because AliExpress is the thing where you can buy
No.
one of something off of like,
And he charges extra for that
Yeah.
too.
and all
I
of
mean-
the images are just things he pulled straight off the AliExpress listing, and they have
Great.
like copyrighted characters in them. Great, like oh here's Lara Croft from the reboots, from the Tomb Raider reboots.
Has somebody tried to? Can it play Tomb Raider? Like, can it even play? But I want to
I think
know.
the
can
most
it play?
recent console it can play is like PlayStation, I think, right?
Okay,
Oh, right. And the controllers are
Probably.
just DualShock 2s. Pretty much.
of course. The best. I mean, the best for Soldier Boy. The best. Wow, I can't believe. Also, if you go on his website, soldierwatch.com.
Oh, yeah. The rest of that store is something else.
it's all just knockoff. Like it's all like there's an Apple Watch knockoff. There's an AirPod knockoff. There's a soldier
I
pad.
kind of wonder what those earbud knockoff earpods knockoffs. I wonder what they sound like. They're only like $10 right now, aren't they? They're on sale on his site.
Yeah.
But real question is, how much are they on AliExpress normally?
2 cents. Like they're just
probably.
they're just giving them away. They just give it. No. It's like, and they're all soldier something, and it's fucking madness. He even sells his own gift cards, $10 gift cards to soldier.
What?
Well,
I mean, it would be one thing if he at least like screen printed a logo like
Or
on the
something,
plastic
yeah.
cases. Yeah, but no, it's just like a catalog of cheap Chinese stuff. Like it's like the same catalogs I get sent to my house every day and then throw away instantly.
do you think these sell? Because I almost can imagine these selling kind like.
It'll
There's a-
be people wanting to own one or just to see what shit is inside.
I feel like they might sell to like people that are like poor. They might buy. I don't know. Uninformed people might fall into the trap of buying the soldier watch.
Wow,
Yes.
made $250,000 from my game console. It's only been less than 24 hours since release. WTF, thank you guys so much. Blush emoji, praying hands emoji.
All right.
So yeah.
The praying hand is
Okay.
actually Nintendo in the back going. That was me rubbing my hands together for the audio listeners. Rubbing my hands together.
Oh
Much-
god,
not
yeah,
unlike
this
not unlike a supervillain with a scheme.
I
I'm
can't.
looking at a video right now of this, and like the first menu that pops up essentially is like GBA game, SNES game,
Yeah, like singular, like
game, and then
GBA
you
game,
click
yeah.
through, and then like you see Street Fight 2 Champion Edition .zip. It's like great.
.7z. .rar. Soon you'll see .bin and .q files in there.
Yeah,
can't
somebody's about to
Burning
get
discs
sued.
with Nero over here.
Oh, he's got to be smart enough to throw it all through an LLC or something. It's all like offshore bank accounts.
It's got his
fine.
name on it.
It's fine. I can't believe this is a real news story. Only in 2018 would a rapper put out a game console. Oh my god! What's the last song Soldier Moe made that was really good?
Who?
Is my question.
Bitch, I look like Goku. That's the only one I like.
Oh, bitch! I look like God damn it! Fuck!
It's a pretty good song.
I bet it is. Crank that like Goku. That's all I just crank it. Oh, that's nothing else. I mean, where do we go from here, folks? I guess we do have
Down.
one.
Downhill.
It was downhill. Steam is banning sex games with young-looking characters, and so say goodbye to literally 90% of the visual novel market. Say goodbye. All gone now. It's all gone. All the visual novels on Steam.
No, not all of them are pedorific trash. Just closer to like 70%.
I was gonna say,
Sure.
I was gonna say not all of them, but I'd say the majority, like a pretty good
But no.
majority of them are.
Like a strong voting majority is
Like a 70-30
You guys
split.
are mean. Not all of them are that bad, but they're even it's funny because when these games first came out, like in English, like in the late 90s, they would do all sorts of like patching over, kind of like, no, they're all like 21 and up. Like they're not going to high school, they're going to junior college. That's why they're wearing uniforms. Like they try and get around it by saying stuff like that. And like, no, a lot of the time people in high school are not of age, so it may be kosher for you guys over there, but it's not kosher for here. And that's all that Valve is really doing, like saying, hey, if characters are underage, they're not allowed to be sold on our store, which is fine. Yeah.
That sounds perfectly reasonable. Like, I don't know, just yeah.
And also, these people, I read the article the other day, like, they're still selling this stuff on, like, Faku or whatever. So,
Sure, Faku.
and Manga Gamer and stuff. So, they can still sell this.
No, she's actually a 3,000-year-old demon.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
totally
okay.
fine, you guys. Yeah. Don't look at what she looks like. Pay attention to her heart. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, Valve totally makes sense doing this because they don't want to get in trouble.
No, yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, I get it, but also I know a few games that are very good games that are going to get picked up in it that I feel like maybe shouldn't get picked up in it.
I mean, like, theoretically, Senra and Kagura should get picked up on this.
Yeah, they're high schoolers, so. But it doesn't have actual fucking in it, so it's okay.
That's true.
It's like, yeah. It's weird, though, because we do have movies like American Pie or whatever, and that's totally about teenagers in high school fucking, but they're played by like 25-year-olds, so it's fine. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, all of it's weird. Just, yeah, try not to have kids having sex in your games if you want to sell them on Steam. It makes sense to me.
It doesn't seem like a big ask. It's just like, maybe just don't make fucking creepy games.
Yeah.
Or if you do, just keep them over there.
Yeah, not next to fucking. They're trying to get as many AAA like big publishers to stay with them as possible. Like that news story about them charging less, taking less of a cut the more a game sells. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like Steam already, or Valve already kind of like gave them an inch, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, hey, we're letting you guys put these kind of risque games on here. Don't push your fucking luck.
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna push their luck. That's the whole game. That's the whole.
No, push your luck in the TV show.
Oh, I see.
Sorry, LB. You'll have to buy your copy of Water Closet somewhere else.
Water Closet? What the heck is Water Closet?
Look that up.
Water Closet. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
Oh God, we get a witness. I'm watching him in real time right now. I'm watching his screen. Just he looks so eager to go find out what this is right now. He's like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love learning.
Okay. Water Closet. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna watch this review real quick of what.
Watch it later. We got news to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Keep it for your private time.
Well, we closed that one.
In the room. Yeah.
Yeah, good thing you got that sheet hanging up behind you. Your dad didn't see that.
Sheet.
Christ.
Woo, boy. Ain't that something? All right, let's move on from that news story. It's been a weird week for news. Can I be very strange? So Starbreeze Studios, they created.
Yeah, what's the Starbreeze thing about? This is nuts.
They created what's that? Payday games. I think is one of their most notable games. They were raided last week, apparently, on suspicions of insider trading. They had some property
was arrested.
Seized. Yes, and one person was arrested at Starbreeze Studio. There's a Swedish. I've linked the Swedish thing, so if you wanted to try to read it in Swedish,
okay, great.
This was because I believe Starbreeze Studio is a Swedish company.
Sure. So we'll go for the local news.
The doc. I mean, they seized a bunch of documents. Now you'll remember. I think late last year, I believe, or early this year, their CEO stepped down at some point, and then their stock dropped really hard. I believe, like, I think they lost like 80% of their stock value in a very short time from when he stepped down. I think maybe the implication is, now I'm not I'm not an expert in stocks. I don't have any kind of background in this, but I believe the implication from reading the article was he shorted their stocks and then had it collapse for some weird reason. And then I guess he bet against it and made a lot of money and kind of left the company and ran away. That's at least what I kind of got from it. I'm not a super expert on this stuff, so if I'm using the words like shorting and it's not actually what happened, then that's on me. But that's sort of what I got from reading that. Is
So
their previous CEO was the one who might have been.
yeah, at the end of the
insider
day,
trading.
some sketchy shit was going down at Starbreeze.
Yes.
The Swedish government was like, nah, sorry. And you in the back, you're going with us.
I think it was the previous CEO, and then also, if I'm reading this right, the previous CFO. So two of their top people. Yeah, I think like 80% of their money, something 85% of their stock value was lost when they left.
Jesus.
Shit.
So bye.
Bye.
Maybe.
Yes, maybe.
More like bye.
Like
The
like
studio.
in sync, like the song. Bye.
Yes, exactly. They had their stock dancing on the puppet strings. Like, yeah.
Now, I mean, this
And then
is
the
obviously
guy with the guy controlling the puppet strings just has one of those big ass headsets on, one of the big Starbreeze VR headsets.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, if you go and look at their Glassdoor page, I guess I'm reading here from another thing, you can see some pretty negative feedback on working at Starbreeze.
Weird.
So something shady's going on at Starbreeze. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear.
I'm sure we'll hear
in
more
a few
about.
weeks
Yeah.
or in a few months, either some other news, some people getting arrested, or maybe the end of Starbreeze Studios, because it seems
Yeah.
like some stuff is happening over there. And it's like fucking wild. Weird week for news. I would just say that much. Coming back, I was like, what the hell's going on?
I think we
Everything's
should,
breaking.
let's cap this. Let's cap this off with more Fallout 76 related
Yes.
bullshit.
So
It just
in the
keeps getting worse.
it just keeps getting
It
worse.
just keeps getting worse.
So Bethesda's support, I guess, has in some, I'm not quite sure the specifics on how this worked, but Bethesda support apparently it was leaking Fallout 76 customers' names, addresses, and phone numbers.
So okay, here's what was happening, because they have a support system like in the back end. So you log in with your Bethesda account, and then you can see like, oh, here's the tickets I've submitted, and here I can see all the statuses, all these tickets and stuff that I've submitted. Something happened in their software that labeled a bunch of people who weren't support reps as support reps. So they started getting tickets, and they could, like, there was a drop down that says, hey, it's my tickets. And you open it and it's like, here's a bunch of shit that people have submitted that the system now thinks you are a support rep and you should be able to see these.
And people were like, customers were submitting their address and their personal information so they could get their fucking canvas bags from the collector's edition.
Right.
Which
So
is
all of that info. Yeah.
Which that canvas bag thing is another whole story. I don't know if you guys talked about it last
We
time.
did.
but that's
Yeah.
nuts. That's just nutsness on its own. But go ahead, keep going, keep talking.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much all there is to it. This just keeps getting worse.
They fixed it on the back end
I
after
really
it was brought to their attention.
The message that person on Reddit posted. It's really, really not like super serious. It's just, hey guys, just wanted you to know I can see all of your support emails. Bye.
Yep.
Boy, they are having a rough go of it here at the end of this year. Let me tell you what. I don't know what's going on over at Bethesda right now, but people are losing their jobs. I can guarantee you that much. Wow. It just
is.
wow.
I'm trying to find that post because that was pretty good.
Meanwhile, Fallout 76 for a PC key is currently around $20 in
Ooh.
Europe
Right.
on a website
Ooh, that hurt.
On a
Easily
website. I know. I probably know which website you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
Probably where I bought.
pretty legit, but yeah.
It wasn't G2A or Kingwin. Let's just put it that way. Those are super shitty sites.
I mean, you can go to
Yeah.
Walmart and get a copy of Fallout 76 for $40, right? And it's been like maybe a few weeks, so you know. Ugh.
I can't get Spider-Man for $40. God damn it! Because it's actually good.
Yes, good. Don't spend your money on Fallout 76. I'm just gonna say it now. Don't do it. That's my hot take for you. I mean, beyond the canvas bag situation, it just seems like a bad game. That's all I know. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, Fallout 76 PC. 36.9 or 22.30. Oh, that's for New Zealand. A PC or North America key is still like $50 on this site.
NA key's expensive, but Europe key,
Yeah.
that's why I said Europe. It's like $20.
Right. Duh.
Yep.
EMEA. It's a weird one.
Oof.
Boy, it's something, isn't it? Boy, what a saga. It's been a while since we've had like a SimCity saga of things just continuously breaking for one company, but I guess Fallout 76 is it now, folks.
There was Star Wars Battlefront 2 last
That's
year.
true.
That was
That's
yeah.
true. One a year. Is that what we got now? We got one like really bad explosion a year.
One garbage fire.
Like, no, last year we also had Mass Effect, didn't we? So that was 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Mass Effect really wasn't like comparable to this kind of situation. Mass Effect just kind of came out and it was like, oh, this isn't great. And that was it.
That's true.
Kind of killed the series,
It
but
did kind of kill the series.
it didn't
They
leak
may or may
personal
not have killed Mass
information.
Effect. To quote one Brad Shoemaker from GiantBomb.com, they killed Mass Effect.
All right, that's all the news I have, folks. Yeah. All right. I want to thank you all for joining us. Look out for some streams next week. Should have maybe my computer part. Can I wait? Hold on. Can you see? Can you see the computer parts?
Totally can. Is
There's
that
a box. There's my case. There's my.
Did you get that Cooler Master case that we were telling you to get? The Micro ATX one?
No.
I don't know why I
got
asked.
the cheaper one. It's $2 cheaper, and it was a full size case. It was full size. You know.
What brand? What case is this?
It's a thermal take versus
Perfect.
J2. It's $2 cheaper.
Only $2?
Oof.
It was a deep deal. It's a nice case. It's a nice case.
Did you see the case we sent you? The link to that? That thing was pretty fucking nice for like $35.
I know, but
In general, Cooler Master is better than Thermal Take. Have you got a case that hasn't got like an enclosure?
what do you mean?
It's got sides all around, correct?
Yeah.
It looks like a normal case. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I could just see Thouden getting one of those like PC test cases that.
Oh
doesn't have
yeah,
any,
like the test bench.
Yeah.
Everything's out and like
Yeah.
it's
just
just a
accidentally
thing,
like
yeah.
gets that. fucks it.
Shock myself once. Anyway. No, it's got a tempered glass side. I can
Ooh,
see
that's cool.
inside.
Ooh la la.
You're gonna break
Yeah.
that thing.
I'm gonna break that thing, but it will be a while. It'll be at least a year, and then it will shatter like a fucking.
It's tempered. It's okay.
It's tempered.
Yeah.
Tempered like metal. So yeah, we'll look forward to that stream. You can like us on iTunes. It does help out the show. We always love those likes and comments and subscriptions.
the run.
Subscriptions.
all the
I'm sorry.
subscriptions.
Review
Uh,
us if possible. That'll help us actually
Yeah.
get us 5-star reviews.
Give us hot review, and not 5. If you have an opinion about how, I don't know,
Then
how
don't review.
shitty. Then
No, I want to hear constructive
Here- yeah,
criticism about
constructive.
my titty games, anime titty games.
Sure. Yeah. I've been Albie, and this is been. Oh God, what episode was this one? What was the last one you guys did?
149 is this one, I think.
149. Yep, this is episode 149 of Roms Over Baghdad. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Have a good week.